we do have Chloe picking up that relic shield, but it seems that Fiddlesticks will be picking up that gold. Gold income item that's, if I'm not wrong, it's called the ancient coin. That's right. It doesn't look like a coin here. I was doubting myself there, but it is going to be the ancient coin for Fiddlesticks. So ancient coin, first time we're actually seeing it on both Fiddlesticks as well as Lulu. So first time ancient coin is picked up in the GPL. So what ancient coin does is that for every creep you do not actually hit, being near a minion that dies will give you a passive amount of gold, which is going to be 2 gold to ancient coin. Ancient coin will at the end of the day upgrade to the talisman that is the old Shurelia's Reverie, giving you that speed boost in the game.
So I like this pickup of the Targus and the Asian coin for the single Sentinels bot lane, because after doing some calculation on all the GPL games, only 3 games have we played so far on the 3.14 patch. The Targon,
the Relic
Shield, when you do upgrade into the Targon as well, even the face of the mountain, it just hasn't provided the gold needed to sustain these purchases so far. So we'll be interested to see how this ancient coin works out for them. And we see Neo Evolution Esports so far, every single game, Violet's gone for that Doran's Blade pickup, while Chloe, every single game of 3.14 has gone for the Relic Shield pickup instead.
That's right, so the Relic Shield pickup. So 2 gold income items coming in. Let's just see whether we will pull off a lane swap. The last time Neolution Esports for Lewis play on the 3.14 patch, they had the dual mid lane. It was a Karma support, and Rosika actually played a pretty good Karma support, if I may add. He went from the mid lane, transitioned to the side lanes, and provided some cover coming into the longer lanes, and this kind of allowed them to pull the fight ahead against TPS, but sadly TPS got the better of them in the mid game. So the game will resume very shortly, and let's take a look at how the lanes will fare out. SOFM will probably be starting on his own blue buff, whereas Hallelujah will do the same on the top side of the map.
So we are going to see Hallelujah start over at his blue buff, which is quite not expected, just because we see a lot of these teams in the Green Premier League, they like to go for the buff camp, whereby their AD carry and support are, so they get that extra leash at the start. And .14 also means that we have this extra mob here. The wave camp.
The white cam, I think.
White cam, sorry.
That's right. It's going to be called the white cam. So what we have here is Ben W dealing out with Lolita in the top lane. Shen up against Shyvana, and it's going to be the next Shen matchup we see. We saw Shen up against Renekton in the first game of the night, Shen up against Jax in the second game, and now Shen against Shyvana. It seems so far that Shen has not been doing too well against these champions. What do you think about the Shen and Shyvana matchup coming in?
I think Shyvana once again should win this matchup. However, unlike Jax, I feel like Shen can get to a point where he can duel out Shyvana, especially, but it's very hard to itemize against Shyvana just because she does a ton of magic damage and physical damage at the same time. So if you get the Sunfire Cake, she'll still be doing a ton of magic damage to you. If you go for something like a Banshees earlier on or a Negatron Cloak, she'll still be doing a ton of physical damage to you. And Shen, however, I feel if he contributes to his team with that Stand United instead, and still might lose his lane a bit, but contributes to his team with the Stand United, he might be able to help out the rest of the 4 at the bottom side. The map, and we can already see New Evolution Esports Full Lewis have gone for that to mid against Cryonics.
Yeah, so they do employ the same tactic because they want to shut down the mid laner on the side of SGS. Cryonics has been known to play a very mean kill, and not only that, will Cryonics be shut down in the mid lane because of this 2v1 lane swap. Rosika can do the same thing that he did. He will be able to kind of just move to the side lanes and provide some pressure if need be. So SGS Chowie as well as Kailing pushing up super far ahead against Mew. Mew is not going to get a lot of farm at all, and Hallelujah will do that wall jump. Doesn't get spotted out by the ward just yet. It has already timed out and will come in. The Shadow Dash will miss and the fight will break out.
So we can see Hallelujah going to jump onto low lady here, gets a ton of damage down. Ben wasted the taunt early on, going to get the knockup onto Lolita. This red buff is ticking. They might be able to take him down with a few flashes, decide not to do so though, and they will both all escape with all their summoners up. And Lolita will escape with silver health. So Ben missing the taunt there, quite crucial for the Singapore Sentinels.
That's right. So what's happening here is that Ben W didn't use Ignite on who was it, on Lolita, because they didn't feel that they were able to dive them under the turret. So no kills just yet, but Singapore Sentinels getting that slight goal lead due to the minion farm as well. Not forgetting to go income.
Lolita gets dived down by Ben W here getting Ignite is ticking. Hallelujah will jump on him, but the tower shots will take him down. First blood will go to Hallelujah, but he'll get killed in return by Lolita, thanks to some assistance from the tower. So Ben W gonna be cursing and screaming at his jungler there.
That's right. So they do pick up first blood though. Hallelujah will be missing his red buff coming back in. He does not pick up any items just yet. Picks up the Spirit Stone as a first item on Riven as well as a longsword, probably going for the Spirit of the Lizard. The Nocturne will be getting the Madras Razor as the machete upgrade this game, and it's gonna be the jungle items affecting the game as well, because there have been some changes to the jungle items and the jungle. So Spirit Stone will grant you some extra health on hit, as well as that Butcher extra damage increased by the monsters. When you upgrade it to the Spirit of the Lizard Elder, you will get that Bounty Hunter passive going in. So when you kill the large monsters, as well as the epic monsters, but here we have a gang coming in.
Hallelujah's gonna jump and he gets turned into a little cupcake. Losita though gonna get ignited and destroyed by Hallelujah, and Cryonics who come in for a nice gank. In the mid lane.
That's right, a great gank coming in. We did have Rosika burn the flash and die to Hallelujah. So Hallelujah is now 2-1 and 0 up. He will be able to complete that Spirit of the Lizard Elder very shortly, probably going into the white camp to gain more gold. Now Ben W as well as Lolita having similar items, the Giant's Belt as well as the Doran's Shield.
See the top lane as expected. Lolita is able to do a good job of pushing Ben W into this tower, keeping him under pressure under the tower as well. And we see SGS doing the same thing at the bot lane. And I feel that Kyling and Chowie here, they have so much poke potential at this bot lane. It's going to be hard for them to do anything, but we see Nox is going to come in with Mew as well. Chowie's getting taken out solo. The fear coming in from Kylie will not be enough, as Mew almost gets taken down there, but still has his passive available. And very unfortunate for the single person's bot lane, getting ganked by New Evolution Esports. We see Disco Ball pop.
That's right, the sweeping lens being used there by Nocturne just to check if there were any wards in that brush. Hallelujah coming for a gank up again.
There we go, the taunt does land so Lolita this time. Hallelujah pops the ultimate there. The Wing Slash will be available once Lolita gets low enough in health. The knockup should come up for Hallelujah very soon. He gets knocked out, Wing Slash will come up. Hallelujah will pick up another kill there, and he's 3-1-0.
That's right, 3-1-0. He's going to be extremely happy with that kill. So now all the gold is being channeled towards Hallelujah. And
wow, this is very loud.
We've got some awesome music now. The in-game sound extremely loud. So yes, finally we get that feel coming into the game. I now have to increase my volume to try to beat the in-game sound. Yes, I have done it. I beat the in-game sound.
We see Cryonics here putting down that warding totem just at the side of his lane, giving him a little bit of extra security for some time. Chowie heading straight back down to this bottom lane. Picked up a Tear of the Goddess and 2 long swords. It looks like he wants to be poking out this lane as much as he can.
Hallelujah has yet to back off and shop. I believe he counter jungled the red buff. Does he have a red buff on himself? No red buff, so he was just there to kind of scout out the jungle. Will go for the blue buff. Pass to Cryonics very shortly. He has 1300 gold in his pockets, and he will go back to shop very soon.
So this is very unlike New Evolution Esports for Lewis. Every game they've gone to in this patch, they've come out with a game plan. The first game, they went for pushes from the top tower, mid tower, then bottom tower. Didn't work out for them. Second game, they've gone for the Eve jungle, which consistently ganked lanes, got quite far ahead, but still didn't work out for them. But this game, it just doesn't look like they're going in with a game plan. I mean, Lolita's shoving Bennett's tower. They put this to mid lane against Cryonics, but Kale will be very happy to farm. Kale doesn't do too well farming on the tower early, but will be happy to do so this late in the game.
But look at the farm coming in from Kale. He has 63 farm compared to the 64 farm on Violet. That just means that he matched up the dual lane farm. That is something not to scoff at all. So Cryonics is going to be very happy getting the blue buff, as well as that even up farm in the mid lane. And now SGS has decided to send Chloe as well as Kylie into the mid lane to deal with Violet and Rusika. Rusika hasn't made an impact on the game just yet. I honestly expected Rusika and Violet to win the lane extremely hard and allow Rusika to go to the side lanes, like I said earlier, to pull off some ganks. But that amazing early gank by Hallelujah allowed him to go in and just deny any sort of aggression coming in. So now Cryonics dealing with Lolita in the top lane, and Shen should go on head on with Zac, which I like a lot because Shen can easily farm with Zac, and Cryonics can also easily deal with Shyvana.
Look at Cryonics, the level advantage. He had 2 levels onto Lolita, now is only a level ahead. And SGS just taking out towers like they're absolutely nothing. We saw the bot lane tower went down. Zac's actually wants to come in for a gank here, gets spotted out by a warding totem though, and now that they put 2 in the mid lane, it will really stop any push advantage that Violet and Rusika were trying to obtain. And KO should be able to get something out of this, but we see Hallelujah goes deep into the jungle of New Evolution Esports, and that's clearly a mistake against SOFM, and Mew capitalized on that one.
That's right, he really wanted to go in on the aggression, and with Hallelujah down, Neolution Esports full Lewis will be very happy to attempt this dragon, but we do have the Shock Blast and Acceleration Gate combo coming in. They will pick up the dragon, but in that time, Cryonic has picked up the turret. The minions actually pick up the turret, so 75 gold to every single one of them. Cryonics didn't manage to get that 100 gold by actually getting the last hit on the turret.
See Chao here still farming up this mid lane. He's doing a good job of keeping it shoved into the tower. The SGS have managed to pick up both the bottom and the top tower, so it's only a matter of time before they do rotate into this mid lane and go for the siege on that mid lane tower. Cryonic still doing a good job keeping Lolita under control. The lane swap and transition coming in from SGS here is really nice. I mean, Shyvana should traditionally be able to beat out this Shen lane, but because it's Cryonics at the top lane on KO, he's just boiling Lolita right now.
That's right, look what Ben W is doing. He has pushed down the bot lane turret already, and now forcing Mew to actually back away. But he has to be careful of those Nocturne ganks, however, because twice already SOFM has pulled off some fantastic Paranoia ganks.
Wriggle's Lantern has been picked up by Nocturne, so you get 40% increased gold from the monster camps that he does slay, but it doesn't give very, very good stats. It just gives a few bit of attack speed and damage. We see Kylie comes in here, the Fear will go down on SOFM, which will get blocked actually, but the silence, Ben W's taunt, and also the stun coming in from Hallelujah will be more than enough to take him down, and now Sentinels want this inner tower. Lolita has to head back, if not he's going to die to this 4-man gank coming up the top lane, but that will allow Sentinels free tower.
That's right, that will allow Sequel Sentinels to take the free tower, and that gank coming in from Kyling was so perfect. The Crowstar was being charged up, Ben W had that stand united come down on himself. He was able to join the fight, making a 4-man advantage in the top lane. Thank goodness the Neolution Esports full Lewis did a very good response onto that one, and they do manage to push SGS away from the turret. Ben W now recalling the rush. Will he cancel it? He decides to cancel it. Try to get a shadow dash out, decides to hold back. So now SGS camping in that lane.
They might be able to jump it on Violet. They get the stun and the fear down. He gets deleted from Summoner's Rift as they chase onto Lolita. So as the Dragon's Rage, we will jump away from that fight.
That's right, the Dragon's Descent will force Lolita back, and it seems Ben W will tank out this already. The Wind Slash comes out from Hallelujah just for style points, and in that time we had SGS Chowie farming in the mid lane, picking up some from Mew now pushing and wailing away in this bottom outer turret. SGS has 3 towers in their favor. The goal lead is about 2,000 gold, and it seems that Chowie will now rotate to the bottom to respond to this Mew push down the outer turret.
So Mew is going to continue pushing down this outer turret. Chowie comes out with the Shock Blast and Acceleration combo. He's going to jump onto Mew, takes a few tower hits himself. He'll get the kill onto the turret. He's going to try and jump away with the Elastic Slingshot, and will be able to do so.
Yeah, he should have saved the hammering blow just to prevent that slingshot from coming out. I think he wasted that a little bit too early there. He could have popped the Cell Division passive onto Zac, but it seems that Mew would be very happy to get away with that slingshot.
So now we see Violet and Rusika still sticking it out in this mid lane, trying to shove it into the tower of the Singapore Sentinels. The New Evolution Esports, besides catching out Hallelujah and a nice gank in the bot lane, have not done too much to secure objectives in this game against the Singapore Sentinels. While the Singapore Sentinels have made nice rotations, picked up 2 towers at the top lane, picked up the bottom tower, and they can potentially siege out this mid lane turret. There we go.
That's right, you saw the sweeping lens being used to actually take down the ward in that brush there, but it seems that SGS will put all members very shortly into this mid lane. Hallelujah will be in the top lane to just be a nuisance towards Lolita. They pick up their 4th turret of the game, extending their gold lead to 3,000 gold. Lolita fancying his chances. Hallelujah pops the Dragon's Descent, but Hallelujah easily able to get away with the broken wings.
Nocturne is nearby, gets spotted out by a ward from the single Sentinels, so Hallelujah knows what is up. Decides to back away from that one, but single Sentinels, they managed to take down so many towers. They've managed to pick up some farm as well against the Neo Evolution Esports for Lewis.
That's right, they do manage to pick up the farm. So let's take a look at the items coming in. We do have Jace being picked up, that Mirror Mana, the Mana Mune coming in, as well as that Brutalizer, giving him the extra cooldown as well as armor penetration. And as you are hovering over, the Talisman of Ascension coming in, effectively the active itself gives that speed boost to allow them to pull off some very good engages through the acceleration gate, no less. This will allow SGS to easily catch up and get some nasty picks.
They sure will, and combo up with that, everybody on single Sentinels is highly mobile. I mean, Pro-Storm from Fiddlesticks, the acceleration gate helping out everybody. Ben W with the Stand United get to the front line. We have Hallelujah on Riven, who is naturally so mobile with her abilities, and then KO able to speed herself or her allies up.
That's
very mobile team composition.
A very mobile team composition.
A very fast team composition.
Yeah, that's right. Too bad they don't have Zillion on the team.
No Zillion.
No Zillion, but still, with the Divine Blessing, Cryonics can easily speed up. So the Sweeping Lens once more taking out a wall. So SOFM putting that Trinket into good use. Picks up a Yuumu's Ghostblade as the next item. So I really like the new Yuumu's Ghostblade icon. Really cool.
I don't like the pickup of Yuumu's Ghostblade on.
I like the icon though.
I like the icon, but not the pickup, because now with Wriggle's Lancer, he gets attack speed and armor, and Ghostblade's going to give him damage, attack speed,
attack speed,
critical strike, and cooldown reduction with 20% move speed and attack speed, 40% attack speed, sorry, used on its active. So he's a very, very squishy frontliner, and I don't think it's going to work out. It's going to be easy to take down Nocturne if he dives into the backlines of the Singapore Sentinels.
Yeah, and so far Singapore Sentinels have not really fought in any sort of team fights just yet, and it seems that when they do, however, we would have Cryonics come in, manage to pop that intervention to save someone's life. Ben W is going to be extremely tanky. Hallelujah will be able to output a lot of damage, but Neolution Esports for Lewis will come in. The Crow Storm as well as the
Stand United comes in, and Kylie will actually steal Dragon away from Neo Evolution Esports as they take down Hallelujah very quick, and SOFM so squishy will get taken down to the Ignite. Fear goes on to Lolita as Ben W tries to run away, but the Dragon will just punch him a few times and bite him to death, but still, Dragon still coming in from SGS Kylie.
Yeah, but SGS loses both Hallelujah as well as Ben W, so it's going to be a 1-for-2 trade in favor of Neolution Esports for Lewis, but they did lose the Dragon, however, so now the gold lead will extend in favor of SGS to about 3,000 gold.
3,000 gold in their favor. That Dragon would have helped them out quite a bit as well. You can see Chao here transitioning between the cannon and the hammer form, and you see Cryonics just stealing away a Wraith just for fun.
That's right, so Cryonics will steal away that Wraith. We go for the replay. Let's take a look at this. Kylie will steal that Dragon, picks up 209 gold for herself, and there we have it. Hallelujah getting melted in the team fight. He does pick up damage items as well. It's not very tanky as that Riven Ignite will allow Ben W to pick up the kill onto SOFM, and now Ben W will just die to that huge Dragon. Huge Dragon because of the wild growth as well, so just destroyed there by Lolita.
So even though we have Nocturne here building a ton of damage items, for Neo Evolution Esports for Lewis, they have Shyvana and Zac who are incredibly beefy and deal a ton of damage at the same time, and Lulu who can potentially keep one of them alive. And if Lulu can put the wild growth onto Nocturne, it'll give him a bit more beefiness to make effective use of the damage items he's picking up.
Kylie being extremely aggressive here, the Scrying Orb will pick out this ward, not allowing SOFM to get to it, however, because that Scrying, sorry, not the Sweeping Lens, sorry, will time out before that ward dies.
See, they're just gonna dance over this blue buff. I mean, Singapore Suns have full vision of this. A shock blast will not be able to pick it up. The smite goes down from SOFM.
That's right, so no blue buff being stolen away by SGS Chowie here, but it seems that SGS will kind of group up. Shen does not have his Stand United just yet, but is pressuring the top lane. So Neolution Esports full Lewis unable to push out of their own territory at this moment.
It's So right now, single percenters do have a great map control over New Evolution Esports for Lewis. You see how Lewis are going to try and take away this red buff away from Full Lewis, and they are able to do so, maintaining this map control which they've worked so hard to achieve. Only two inner turrets left for Full Lewis, while single percenters maintain 2 outer turrets. The SOF dives onto Cryonics here. He's going to try and shield himself to get away. The Superman Death Rocket will do absolutely nothing due to the divine intervention. He'll flash away from the engage coming from Full Lewis. Now, that's 3 ultimates down for Full Lewis. Single percenters might try to turn this fight around.
That's right, 3 ultimate downs on the side of Full Lewis. SGS Cryonics does not have the intervention up at this moment. Ben W will flank from the side. Will there be any engagement? Hallelujah uses the broken wings to close the gap, but Neolution Esports Full Lewis do not fancy their chances against SGS and will back away.
It's a great effort coming in from Full Lewis, trying to jump onto Cryonics, but he was just able to get away fairly effortlessly. And Hallelujah going to clear out the little race that were left after some counter juggling.
That's right, so the race will be cleared out now. The white can be picked up by SOF and 93 gold. So very interesting, the new jungle changes allow the jungle camps to actually scale up in level according to the average champion level of the 10 champions in game. This is going to be an extreme incentive, I feel, for the junglers or maybe even the laners to constantly pick up the jungle camps.
Yeah, so we saw in Season 3, a lot of teams were just going for the buffs and kind of ignoring the weaker camps a bit more. But now, both teams actually making an effort to clear out the jungle and make it crispy clean.
That's right. So the jungle being eaten completely by both teams. A clean platter on both sides.
So we can see right now the Silver Suns are just farming it out once again. We saw Cryonics was farming it out and Full Lewis tried to force an engage there. Blocked out a ton of damage with his ultimate, and now just waiting to see which team makes the next move. I mean, 1 minute and 45 seconds before Dragon respawns, so we should see a fight over that. And the last time Full Lewis had control over it and they won the team fight, but they lost Dragon to a steal coming in from Kai Ling.
That's right, they did lose Dragon to a steal coming in, and I want to point out something. The items coming up for the supports, they have the Talisman of Ascension as well as the Ruby Sightstone at 21 minutes into the game. Effectively, the supports have taken up all their support items that they need. Let's see what new items that they will build. Will they go for more aura items, more support type utility items, or will Kai Ling as well as Rosika decide to build damage?
So you can already see the supports are fairly close to the laners and the junglers in terms of gold. I mean, just about 2,000 gold behind. The laners is not too bad for support, so you can see the Season 4 changes are helping them out quite a bit. So you have Kylie going aggressive into the jungle of Full Lewis. You have Chowie split pushing with Mew here, trying to get that extra solo lane farm. Lolita running up to the top lane, gonna butt heads with Ben W for a little bit. Or not.
That's right. Hallelujah. So well, we have the
So
surprise party coming in. The
surprise party as the Death Rocket comes out. The wings will come out and take him down. Rosika gonna get taunted by Ben W. So Hallelujah is gonna stun him up as well, and we'll be able to take him down for that double kill. And we see Cryonics in a little bit of danger. The standing knight will come onto him. Mew gonna try and bounce away from this one. The taunt might be able to come out as Hallelujah gets a stun onto Violet. He will get taken down, and he goes with the killing spree. The flash taunt coming in from Ben W. Should be able to take Mew down. He will jump away, but the Ignite will take him down. As now Lolita in a lot of trouble, tries to take down Hallelujah, not able to do so. The fear will keep him preoccupied. As we see, here comes Mew, will be able to jump away. No, he gets stunned. He might get taken down, and an ace will come out. 22 in the game for the Singapore Sentinels.
That's right, and it seems that they will trade this 5 for nothing. SGS loses no members with Chowie not even in that fight, and he's pushing that bot in the turret. So now this bot in the turret will go down. The gold lead will extend to about 7,000 gold.
It was a fantastic fight for the Singapore Sentinels, and they were able to just catch out a few members of Full Lewis and then follow up with catching out the rest that were trying to save their fellow allies.
That's right, we actually saw Full Lewis go into that team fight 1 by 1, and you know it is not something any team should do.
No team should go into a team fight 1-on-1. We see Hallelujah, despite dying the most in the Singapore Sentinels, he's picked up a ton of kills, 7 kills on his Riven jungle. And in Season 3, we saw most junglers go for that tanky round, just try to be the beefy champions that they could possibly beat. But Riven in this new patch going for the spirit of the Elder Lizard, Last Wizard Brutalizer,
and probably the Tiamat.
Probably a Tiamat pickup as well. The Iron Boots of Lucidity, that's a lot of cooldown reduction as well. Riven, he's going to be dealing a ton of damage.
That's right. And on top of all of this, SGS has been pulling out the stops this game. They always group together. We do have the Paranoia coming in.
And you see Cryonics gets jumped up by SOFM. Kyling pops the surprise party as we see Cryonics getting taken out solo, but SOFM taken out even lower. He gets taken down by Chowie, who comes in from the fight. Hallelujah now going to jump out to Mew, gets a stun down, taking so much damage. The fear will go on to Violet by Kylie. Rosika gets melted, and everybody in that fight gets deleted from the map. Double kill. We'll go on to SGS Cryonics.
Not forgetting the Righteous Fury coming out from Cryonics will put on that armor strength and allowing Hallelujah to get into the fight with that Brutalizer. The replay will come in right now. Let's see the fight coming in. Whoa, we have here the Paranoia as well as the surprise party coming out. Cryonics is the target. The Wild Growth will knock up Cryonics. He pops the intervention. Mew joins the fight with the slingshot. Hallelujah in the backline using the broken wings to close as much distance. The wind slash will not hit anyone this moment, but SOFM is the first one to go down. Chowie in the backline turns into the hammer form. Will go in very shortly. Hallelujah gets a stun onto Mew, turns back into the cannon form. Kylie gets a great feel onto Violet, and look at Cryonics and Hallelujah just melt. Oh my goodness. Now Mew will go down and SGS will just take the fight. No sound coming out from Fisher's mind at this moment, but here he's back. He wants to say that it's a fantastic fight, don't you?
Yes, fantastic fight for the Singapore Sentinels there. And we saw, even though Full Lewis were the aggressors, they just pincered in onto Full Lewis so nicely and just caught them out in a very disadvantageous position. And right now we see SOFM jumping out of Ben W just saying no. Ben W just walks away as well. Now Hallelujah is going to jump out of Violet. Has the standing line. Violet is going to get deleted once again. Hallelujah will pick up the kill and go unstoppable. And now the taunt will get onto Rosika, who gets feared up as well. Gets stunned as well by Hallelujah, who picks up. No, Ben W will pick up this kill. The surprise will come in for Kylie. Should be able to get another silence of fear down as we see the taunt will come out fairly soon. He will dive under the tower. Rosika will also get feared up by Kylie, and Hallelujah is going to continue chasing down. Mew is in trouble. He will get taken down instantly by Hallelujah, and now Ben W and Kylie trying to fight Lolita. The fear will come out once again. Double kill will go to Hallelujah, and they're just cleaning Full Lewis.
That was a 3v4 fight for the Singapore Sentinels, and they got taken so low. They juggled the aggro perfectly, and SGS just destroyed it. They lost no members, and SOFM was in the top lane, split pushing. He wasn't able to use the Paranoia to get in, and SGS will take the inhibitor off of that fight.
Super Mega Drive Rocket does absolutely nothing to Silver Sunset. We see SOFM comes in for a desperation attempt. He gets feared up though and instantly melted. Yes, no tank out. Says Ben W gets a taunt onto Rosika. Chowie knocks him backwards into the rest of the team. And a double kill will go to Cryonics as Mew jumps in, but that will be a big mistake for his fight. He gets feared up.
Into this fight one by one?
One by one, every single fight against the Singapore Sentinels, and they will cleanly take this game against Full Lewis in the tiebreaker to take third place.
That's right, SGS will lock the third place seat in Group B, and now this is the final tiebreaker game of the night. With this, we know our standings coming into